Hello there. This is Biker Bob. I love to talk about power. Did you know that change takes power? Let's face it, nobody likes change. If your first motorcycle was a Harley, then you will probably stick to Harleys. I will not tell you what I drive. I do not want to start a "my dog is bigger than your dog" argument. Generally, humans do not like change, especially if we have to step out of our comfort zone. I would rather dig deeper ruts in my old ruts than to carve out new ruts. To change, to stop or start, takes power, because an object at rest wants to stay at rest, and an object in motion wants to stay in motion. To get moving, you have to hit the throttle. To stop, it is best to use both your front wheel and rear wheel brakes. But this is nothing you don't already know. However, what kind of power does it take to create or change the past, to answer prayer? When Abraham sent his servant to find a wife for his son Isaac, the servant stood by the well and prayed that God would show him the right woman. He asked specifically that the right woman would come to the well and offer to draw water for his camels. Before the servant finished his prayer, a lovely young woman named Rebecca came to the well and did exactly what the servant had prayed. Now think about it. In order for this to happen, Rebecca had to plan her day and leave her father's house at a precise time so she would be at the well exactly when the servant prayed. The slightest delay and it would not have happened. A simple gust of wind could change the outcome. Behind every prayer, there are countless previous events in an incalculable chain of time and space that has to happen before we even say the prayer. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. While they are yet speaking, I will hear. That is from the Bible. God knows what you are going to pray before you say the prayer. And in order to answer the prayer, He aligns the past to answer the prayer precisely. But how far back in the past does He have to go? Joshua was battling against a formidable array of enemies, and the Lord told him to fear not. Joshua was winning when the enemies start to run away. The Lord cast down great stones so that more of the enemy died from the stones than were slain by Joshua's troops. However, there were still some left. Joshua prayed for the sun and moon to stand still until the battle was over. And the sun stood still, and the moon stayed and hastened not to go down about a whole day. Such precision in timing is conceivable to the mind of man. The Lord cast down great stones from heaven, killing more of the enemy than did the swords of the Israelites. These stones, or asteroids, were started on their lethal mission perhaps thousands of years earlier, timed to strike the earth at the exact moment to kill only the enemy as they were being chased by the Israelites. While in 1969 NASA was amazed at the return of the astronauts within 5 miles of the target after a week, it is hardly comparable to hitting a moving target by stones sent out thousands of years earlier, maybe all the way back to creation. God told Hezekiah he would live another 15 years, but Hezekiah wanted a sign. The prophet Isaiah asked if he wanted the sun to go ahead through 10 degrees. Hezekiah said, no, it's too easy for the sun to go ahead 10 degrees. It does that all the time. It goes ahead every day. How about letting the shadow return backwards 10 degrees? That will be a new thing, and then I can believe. So Isaiah prayed, and the Lord brought the shadow back 10 degrees. First the Lord stopped the sun and the moon, and then 738 years later, he caused the sun to go backwards. The greater the change, the greater the concentration of power needed. So when God answers your prayer, my friend, he actually changes the past before you even think of the prayer. Prayer is more powerful than an atomic bomb. Yet all God wants from us is the simplest of change, to start moving in the right direction while he does the heavy lifting. This is the God I serve. Have you asked him into your heart? Let him take up residence in your heart and alter the past to answer your prayers. This is Biker Bob signing off.